I'm going to talk about just like wanting more from someone that can't give it to you and what to do from there, because that's probably one of the hardest pills to swallow. Is just that when someone literally tells you, like, I don't want you, and it's someone that you want so bad, whether it's like a romantic partner, a friend, even family, that's just like, I don't know, just someone that literally can't give you what you want, and what to do from there. Honestly, I don't even know myself, so I'm kind of just like making it up as I go. But I feel like I know, kind of. Like, I can, like, I'm gonna talk as if I'm talking to a friend because I can't, and then I'm gonna watch this back and I'm gonna take it in. But first and foremost, you need to know that there's nothing wrong with you if that person doesn't want you. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay? You didn't do anything wrong, and even if you did anything wrong, you're enough, okay? Just because someone else doesn't want you has nothing to do with your self-worth as a person, you know? And I think that's where we get upset, is when someone tells us, oh, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a friendship, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be in your life, or whatever it is. We often think that, okay, there must be something wrong with us for this person not to want us, and that's perfectly normal. That's like our egos, and we get, you know, like, everything's about me, blah blah blah. And it's easy to get that way. It's our life, we're the main characters of our own story. So, but I think it says more about them than it does about you. I think that they just, for one, they're being honest. And that's something that you have to appreciate regardless of how much it hurts, because they could just tell you what you want to hear or pretend, and then you find out that they've been pretending this whole time. And honestly, for me, I think I'd feel worse if someone wasn't honest with me straight up. And it's hard to hear. It's hard. I know. I literally just had a conversation with someone like this. But I think that it's really important to know that, one, it has nothing to do with your self-worth, and two, you have to appreciate the fact that they're being honest if you guys do have this conversation. And sometimes that conversation isn't even necessary. Sometimes it's just like how someone acts. You can tell that they don't want you. But moving on to my next point, if you are contemplating, asking this person where you guys stand, because there's a lot of ambiguity and you want clarification, I recommend, finding that within yourself first, being like, do you really want to sit down and have this conversation, or is something that I can resolve, with myself? And for me, I was going back and forth with this a lot with two different relationships that I had in my life. I was like, do I talk to this person about where we stand, or do I just accept what is? And for one of them, the conversation kind of came up unexpectedly. And honestly, that one went pretty well, thankfully. The other one, I was having a lot of turmoil about it, and I didn't know if it was worth even bringing up. And I was like, okay, I should say something, because it's giving me anxiety, and I think I would rather know, even if it hurts me, than not know. And I think that's what you need to find out first. Like, you need to know, like, can I be okay with not knowing and live my life, or will the curiosity and the uncertainty eat me up? And I think for me, that was the case. I thought I'd be okay with not knowing, or like not having a firm answer, but I needed to, because I was just going to continue being delusional and just seeing what I wanted to see and not taking it for what it is. So I was like, okay, we need to talk. I have a lot to say. And we talked. And did it go the way I wanted it to go? No, it didn't. Did it go how I thought it would go? It did. I had a feeling that, this person's going to say something that I don't want to hear, or not, that it's just not what I was hoping they would say, even though I knew, I had a feeling that they would say this. But it was something I needed for me to hear from them out of their mouths. Because I swear, if they didn't tell me, I don't want you, I don't feel the same way, I would have kept looking for every little thing in their language or body language to tell me that, no, they do want me, no, they do, whatever, and I would have convinced myself that they want me, And I need to hear it, and I heard it, and it hurt. It did. It felt like I got slapped across the face, and I was like, what's wrong with me? I was like, and I also felt a little bit stupid because, a lot of the signs were there, you could say, that this person didn't want me, but I chose to ignore them because, well, why would I face that, No, I'm going to keep being delusional. I'm going to keep being in my own little bubble. Like, why would I want to face the truth? And so I have to, and I had to at one point. And I don't know. It hurt. And I cried a little bit, literally right before filming this video. But I feel free in a way. I just let go of all expectations. I'm about to start crying again. Oh my god. And I think that's what a pro out of having a sit down conversation with this person that you are uncertain about where you guys stand, because if they tell you what you don't want to hear, something you probably already know, at least now you can move on. That chapter is closed, the book is closed. Put it behind you and just think like there's so much pleasure in finding out what comes next. This world has so much to offer. There's so many people on this earth. There's 7 billion people on this earth. And it's okay if one person doesn't want you. There may be 699 billion other people that want you, you know what I mean? Like, just because one person doesn't want you doesn't mean everyone doesn't want you, And it's just that you're enough as you are. You don't need to change yourself or think, oh, what do I have to change about myself because this person doesn't want me. It says more about them than it does about you. And I'm not saying to think of this person in a negative way or to think of them as a bad person. They could be such a great person and they don't feel what you feel. And I don't think hating them or having animosity towards them is the way to go either. I think it's just letting what is and just realizing that, appreciative of their honesty, and honestly give yourself a round of applause for like building up the courage to have a sit down conversation if that's what you did. Or even if you didn't have a conversation, even if you just had the conversation within yourself and you were like, they don't want me, that's that. You thank yourself or acknowledge the fact that you were brave enough, you had the courage to admit that and really, really, truly let it go. Because it's hard to take in what you don't want to hear. It's so much easier just being, like I said, delusional and just taking in what you want and making your own reality, but that's just not realistic. It's not healthy because you get hurt. And I think that getting hurt, it's not fun, obviously, but it's definitely necessary, and it's definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? It's necessary. Like, we you really grow. And like you, like, as corny as it sounds, like every like I say hardship, like I'm just saying, like every conflict or whatever, like there's a lesson from it. And you're gonna think back on that moment when something similar comes up. You're gonna be like, yeah, okay, how did I handle it then? Or what did I learn from that after I handled it a certain way? And what should I not do, or what should I do? And every experience in this life is a lesson and a blessing that we get to live, and we get to be the soul, like, I don't know, we get to create whatever life we want for ourselves. Granted, there are some, circumstances that are out of our control, but a lot of the time but the one thing that's not out of our control is how we react to anything. So your reaction, life is just a continuous reaction to things that are happening to you, and how you go about that. So you are the soul. Like, you control your emotions. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm lost for words right now. But you're the only person that can control your emotions. Don't let anyone else control your emotions. Or at least try not to. Because it's not fun. And the people that you have close to you that can kind of dictate your emotions, those are people that you trust. And like I said, people are going to disappoint you in this life. Not everyone's going to act the way you want them to act. But like I said, there's so much pleasure in finding out what comes next. And what's meant for you will not miss you. You have to believe in God or the universe, or I'm not saying you have to, but it's like there is everything happens for a reason. At least that's what I think. And if you don't think that everything happens for a reason, then just make a reason for why this has happened, because, now what? Okay, now I'm just rambling. Like, now I'm just not making any sense. But, yeah. So, if someone tells you they don't want you, now you're free. Now you have a whole life, a whole world in front of you where you get to pick and choose how you want to spend it. And you have no more expectations for this person because they killed them. And that's okay. So, okay, is there like white? Yeah, hello. Sorry, that was like really bothering me. My lip gloss. But yeah, now you're free. Like, there's no more weight on your chest from that this person was causing you, So I think I'm going to end this video because it's getting a bit long. But yeah, I just wanted to say that what's meant for you will not miss you. There's so much pleasure in finding out what's next. There's a person out there for you, a romantic lover, a best friend, a father figure, mother figure, like, there's so many people on this earth, okay? Don't get hung up on this one person. I know it hurts right now, and I'm not saying pretend like you're fine. You don't have to act strong. You can be vulnerable. You can cry it out. But as long as you know that this isn't end all be all, this is just an experience. This is just one chapter of your book. And there's so many other chapters. There's so many other experiences where you're going to be so elated, so ecstatic. This is just one of the lows. This is just one of the juxtapositions to one of the highs. You will be okay. You will find more people that will make you forget about this person, that makes you realize, like, you know what, I don't even know why I was tripping. And even if years down the line you still think about this person, you're like, damn, what could have been? What could have been? Like, okay, now what? Like, I'm not going to relish, and it's like, it's okay to have that thought, don't get me wrong, but don't dwell on it. Do not dwell on it. Because there's so many things out there for you. So many people out there for you. But, yeah, that's it for this video. Sorry it was long. If you, like, I don't even know if anyone's watching this. Probably not. I'm just talking to myself, really. But even if one person watched this whole thing, I really appreciate it. So, bye.